When we turn inward, first we want to greet all the organs of the body that are already there doing their activities. The brain is focusing inward on the body, and this means that the attention of the heart is returning to the body. And so when the brain comes back, he acknowledges all the other organs that are working with him in order to create life. And then we listen. We listen to the body, we listen to the sensations to see if there's any important matter that we need to turn to before we can try to find silence. So we listen to the organs, we acknowledge their importance, their preciousness. And then we bring our attention back in order to create a unity between all the parts. We allow all the organs to have their say, and then everything returns to peace. Once we return to silence, then we can focus in on the heart. Once all the organs have found peace, then we can focus in on the heart. The heart is the one that is the most deserving of that peace. The heart is the one that is providing to all the organs. All organs have functions that relate to the output of what we create. But the output of the heart is the life force within the organs. And so the organs are her creation, and because she creates and sustains them, they can create whatever they create, whether it's the internal organs that create within the body or the external organs that operate within the environment, that go out into the world, to the world of matter. So the heart is at the root, and therefore she deserves to have peace. All the organs need to learn how to give her peace, because they only exist because of her kindness. So once all the organs have come back to peace, once we have returned to silence, we come to the heart and we want to listen to the heart. Not to the things that seem to be the problem, which are things that are probably going on now, but to things that are really the problem, which are things that happened long in the past. When the heart got into conflict with what is. We want to start listening to that. We want to see if maybe now, with all that we've learned, all that we've grown, maybe now we are more intelligent, and therefore we can see through whatever offended the heart. We can see it in a way that will offend the heart less, or maybe not at all, or maybe even will make the heart rejoice. The meaning of things is based on the level of intelligence, and so if we've grown in intelligence, then now if we can revisit whatever the event was, maybe we can interpret it in a way that won't be offensive to the heart. And so we want to listen to the heart and address the reality that she is drawing for us. She knows her nature. She doesn't know reality because to know reality she depends on the brain, but she knows her nature. Her nature is half of reality. What happens to it will be the other half, which will decide which parts of her potential come out into manifestation. So the soul is the one that has the intelligence to potentially figure out the nature of the heart. If it will allow the heart to reveal, then it can address the heart accurately. If it's busy externally, it's not listening to the heart, then the heart is just facing its own nature in silence. But the mind does not understand that nature. The mind is not listening to the heart. And then the mind is not in reality. The mind doesn't know reality. It knows what it was told. It knows what it saw. It knows pieces and bits. It doesn't see the full picture. But the heart is grounded in reality. It's grounded in her nature. And so if the mind can listen to the heart, then the mind can learn reality. It can learn the real reactions that will teach him the nature of the heart. And then the two halves unite. Then the nature of reality that's in the heart and the knowledge of reality that's in the mind can learn to love each other, can get to know each other and help each other and please each other. So when we return to the body, we're finding the condition of all the organs, and we want to bring calm and peace into all of them. But then If the organs have settled down, we focus on the heart because we are the mind. We want to discover the heart. We're stuck in the mind. We don't know the truth. We only know our own story. We want to listen to what's below the neck so that we can know what's really happening. What is the nature that was designed by our designer? What is the will that is the cause of everything that is happening? This will is written into our organs. They know the will. They have the divine form. Tzelem Elohim, this is the meaning of a divine form. It means it knows, it's intelligent, it reacts accurately. The information, there we have to be careful. The information that's going around in humanity's brain is not representative of the reality of the organs. It's a manipulative language. It causes the mind to think things that are not accurate in reality. So we return with our mind to the heart to listen. Listen to what she says. Yeah, if she's upset, listen. She knows why she's upset. This is very valuable information. There's something in there that is divine. It means that if the way she perceives was real, if she was accurate, then this would be the divine response. Of course, the way she thinks is not real because the mind doesn't know the truth to tell her. But it tells us something about the nature of reality, about the nature of the divine will. He designed the heart that based on these conditions, she gets offended. This is important information. This teaches us something about our soul that's supposed to dwell in the heart, because the soul is the exact nature of the heart. The soul is the husband of the heart. The mind that's been hijacked misrepresents the soul and offends the heart. That's called there's a stranger in the mind. He's estranged from the heart. He causes her suffering. He restricts her life force. And so we want to make our mind clean from all strangers. We want to unite with the one who always was and always is and always will be. He's the one that's in charge, and with him and only for him we exist. We want no conflict, because that's a conflict that can never be won. Whoever gets into conflict with him suffers. It's really that simple, because he's not going anywhere. He made it. It is the way that he made it. Always was and always will be. We just came in, collected information, and let's use that information to understand reality, but not to get into conflict with it. That will lead us nowhere. And so the mind comes back to listen to the heart. Why? Because only if the mind and the heart can get along, can they align with the greater will. The greater will designed them both. The only way in is the right combination. The right combination is all the organs in order, everyone doing its function properly. That's the right combination. And then it shines. Then everything has enough. Then there's no lack in any organ, in any cell, in any process, in any function. Even in knowledge of right and wrong, and good and bad, and healthy and unhealthy, everything is known if all the organs participate with the intelligence that they possess. And so the mind returns in order to align with what already is. The mind thinks that if it understands something, it must be. Nothing must be. Everything is as it is. And that's the way it's going to remain. And if it makes sense, that's great. If it doesn't make sense, that's fine too. Most of it doesn't make any sense. And the way we got here in the first place is not explainable. And so why would it start making sense now? The question is, are we good or are we against good? Are we helping or are we making it more difficult? Are we in line with the greater will or are we rebelling against it? These are relevant questions. These are questions that will result in the heart opening or closing. The heart was designed to be kind to his friends and to be hard for his enemies. It's the nature of the heart. If we get into conflict with reality, our heart will constrict. This is the nature of the heart. If we're in love with reality, our heart will open. This is the basic measure of life. This is how we receive from the source. So we come back to ask forgiveness from the heart. That we've been so busy for it. Of course, we are only doing for the heart, but we've been so busy for it that we forgot to ask it what it really wants. We thought we know, but our heart wasn't open enough for us to even realize that we didn't know. We were running around. We were pushing our limits. We thought that's what's going to get the results that are going to make the heart happy, but no, that's not really what it is. The heart is different. And so we want to come back and listen. It's right here. Whatever discomfort it's feeling, we're feeling it. It's already included, it's already calculated in the way that we experience our perception. And so, if it's right here and it's affecting your perception, address yourself to it. Make yourself available. What is it saying? What does it want? What is it crying about? What excites it? What is it hoping for? And if it's external, if it's shallow, then no, that's not the answer. Dig deeper. That's just an association that got created for the heart. But that's not really what a heart wants. When the heart was born, is that what it was aiming for? Or is that something that it got convinced along the way by seeing others, or by some type of a spell, some type of excitement? And so, what does the heart really want? What is really going on? What would cause it to release more life? What would appease it so much that it wouldn't care about all the petty things that it cares about? And so when the mind knows the heart, then they can love each other like they're supposed to. Then there can be an approach to the unity. Together they can approach the unity. Together they can approach the third partner that lives in both of them. The one that caused them to have the nature that they have, the one that designed them just so. And he said, oh, now you're perfect. This is exactly how I like it. Because only when the brain cooperates with the heart can the brain start seeing truth. When the brain sees the truth, this is called the awakening of the soul. The neshama knows the truth. The neshama is pure. But the mind can have wrong ideas and move far away from the neshama. Even though the neshama is now giving it the power to think, with that power, it can think things that are against the will of the soul. Just like a human being who is just receiving life from the source, he can have thoughts and emotions against the source. And so the soul, in order for it to awaken, needs a pure mind. And the mind can only be purified by listening to the heart, listening to the organs, listening to the entire truth. Not by listening to outside sources and saying, oh, this one seems right and that one seems right. No. There needs to be an internal way of telling, or else it's all worthless. It means that it wasn't understood. If there isn't a reaction, it's just the mind remembering information. That means that the body didn't really experience, the heart didn't understand. It was just a superficial interaction of information with the brain. But from there we can't tell the truth. From there we can only tell if it matches the previous information. That doesn't help us. But if the brain has the cooperation of the heart, then it can tell truth. If it has the cooperation of the kidneys, it can tell good from bad. as the organs heal and they report accurately to the brain can know the truth. But the brain alone, without the cooperation of the organs, can never know the truth. The truth is not just information. The truth is a way of experiencing life. It's the right way for the spirit to sit in a body. That's why it's called Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. The truth is the Holy Spirit. If we can behave in a way that's pleasing to the Holy Spirit, then we have understood the truth. From there, we don't need to know what we want to do or don't want to do. That's going to be someone else's design that we're going to be following. But in order for us to find the Holy Spirit, we have to first allow for our organs to teach the brain so that the brain can understand the truth. The truth starts where there's no damage to the organs. So that's simple. If we listen to the organs, we can tell when there's damage, and we know, no, this is a divine transgression. The divine has placed a barrier that says, here we should not go. The barriers are in the organs. The limits of what we can tolerate are within the organs in all dimensions. Also the dimensions of the physical body, like the temperature. A certain temperature, and the organs will tell us that this is too much or too little. And so it goes for everything else, including the spiritual dimensions, the emotional dimensions, the intellectual dimensions. All of them measured by the spirit within the organs, and the organs behave accordingly. And they give us the flawless experience, as if nothing just happened except the spirit was experiencing. But no, in order for the spirit to experience, there were trillions of molecules on the move. And that's constantly happening. Everybody in position. The angels never miss. So the mind returns to reality. And when the heart sees reality, the heart is filled with joy. It feels like it's coming home. It feels like it's remembering itself from many lifetimes before. Because reality is what she is after. This is her nature. Her nature is reality. Her nature is, give me my design. That's the only thing I'll tolerate. And so if we listen to her, we will learn about her design. We will learn about the subtleties of what was important to the divine as he designed man.